guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars, and welcome back to the channel. We're back again with another brand new model review today, and we're back with another Ferrari. Now this is the brand new Looksmart Ferrari 488 GT3, and it's in the race-winning livery from the Bathurst 12-hour endurance race, which is in Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia. And this is the winning car from 2017 race. So we've done a ton of Looksmart models before, plain red box, a little bit of Ferrari and Looksmart branding on the lid. Quite a tight lid on this one, so I have to sit it down. And this particular model does come with a plexiglass display case, which seems to be a bit of a trend with Looksmart lately. So I'm not sure whether all Looksmart models now come with a plexiglass display case, but this one does. Now, it's been a long time since I've bought a model from an Australian model car store, mainly because of the cost of the models are usually a lot higher than what you can find on eBay or what I can buy directly from some sellers in the US. But this particular model only cost me 315 Australian dollars, which for us in Australia is quite cheap. Usually a Looksmart model will cost around 400 to 450 Australian dollars, and that's due to our currency conversion from US dollars. So I thought this was quite a good bargain, and I'm trying to collect all the winning cars from the Bathurst 12-hour series. So this is the latest one to join the collection. Model looks really good compared to the last Looksmart Ferrari I got. So we'll get this out, put it on the turntable, and we'll have a closer look at this brand new Looksmart Ferrari 488 GT3. Okay, so here we are. First impressions of this Looksmart Ferrari 488 GT3. It looks great. I love the livery on this thing. I really have grown to love the 488 Ferrari. When it first came out, I thought it was not quite as pretty as the 458, which I think is still one of the best style Ferrari cars to date. But I've really grown to love the aggressiveness and basically the performance from all the videos I watch about the 488. It really is a step ahead above the 458. So overall, in street form or race form, I'm really digging the 488 Ferrari now. So yeah, I think this looks great in its race car livery. Caltex Momo, as I mentioned, it is from the Liquid Moly Bathurst 12-hour endurance race, and this is the car that won the 2017 race. So each year has pretty much been a different mark. Ferrari has won twice, Audi has won twice, McLaren has won once, and Mercedes has won the race once with an SLS as well. I've got a model of that coming soon too, so I'll get a review of that up for you guys. But yeah, look, I think overall this Looksmart model, the detail has much improved over the last Looksmart Ferrari that I reviewed, which was the 2014 winner of this Bathurst 12-hour race. And I can automatically see that the level of engine detail is a lot higher, the paintwork is better. Just overall, there's a lot of little things that make this a much better release from Looksmart. So it's good to see that they're stepping up and the quality is raising on these models, even though they are the cheaper version of an MR model. So I'm really happy, and the fact that this only cost me $315 for me is a bargain. So let's start with the model. It does have mesh where there is supposed to be mesh. I think they've done a really good job on the headlights with the little DRLs down the side. You've got a little tow strap here, which is actually a little piece of cloth, believe it or not. So it's a cloth tow hook. It does have a decal or printed carbon fibre front splitter. That actually looks really good. It's got these nice little delicate front splitter struts to hold it there as well. And you've got some nice graphics on the front as well. You've got your nice bonnet latches here, which are really well done also. Huge bonnet vent with the radiator in there as well. You do have louvers on the front guards there. They are not open, but it's very hard to see that they're not. What else have we got here? Side mirrors are done really well. They're just a satin black finish, but they do have a decal on the mirror stalk, which is carbon fibre. So that's a nice touch. Nice little metal windscreen wiper also, and nice clear plastics used on the windows, which is always a bonus for these models. Now overall paint finish, actually we'll keep going around the details of the car. Nice little detailed door handles there. You do have meshing behind these intakes for the twin turbo system. Of course you've got fuel fillers either side, communications aerial on the roof. The rear of the car, really good job on the tail lights. We've got a metal tow hook here, metal wing legs, nice carbon fibre pattern on the rear wing with the big Momo decal. You've got the nice racing exhaust sticking through. The rear diffuser does feel a little textured. It looks a little bit different to the front splitter, but I think they've done a really good job on the carbon fibre on this model. And there's a bit of detail that you can see in underneath the back of the car as well, which is basically just sort of a moulded plastic piece with the details on there, just to give it a bit more realism. So I think overall they've done a really good job on the exterior of the car. Great job on the wheels. I think they've really nailed them. Also the little centre lock nuts on there, front and rear in the gold colour look great. Slick racing tyres of course, and we've got some Pirelli tyre script on there as well, front and rear. So that's pretty much the exterior of the model. Good job on the brakes too. The brake calipers and the brake rotors in there. And the paint. The paint is really good. It's got a nice consistent glossy red finish all over. The decals, when they're applied, you can see they're not quite as glossy as the paintwork, but they're close. They are a gloss finish on there, except for the ones on the roof, because the roof is a satin black. You can see all that signage on there is in a satin as well. But it's less noticeable than their previous releases, so I'm really happy with how the decals and the paintwork blend together on this model. I think they're definitely getting better at it, and it's getting more of a symmetry between the paint and the decal work. It's really only the high-end model brands that actually put a clear coat over the top of the decals. So to have a model that looks this good with all the many decals on it, I think they've done really well. Now the engine, that was a little bit of a letdown on the 458 that I did a review of. It was very one-dimensional looking. This one is completely different. They've actually used a lot more layers of the details to make up the engine components, and obviously this is a twin turbo as well, so it has the big intercoolers either side, and there's just a lot more detail there with all the piping and the hose clamps and things like that. So good marks to Looksmart on the engine detail of this model. They've really nailed it. So the model keeps surprising. Really good appearance, really good engine detail. Obviously it's a sealed resin model. It doesn't open, so that would be just fantastic if it did. But we've really got no good manufacturer that's making opening Ferrari models. This channel is all about high-end supercar models, and unfortunately Burago models are just not detailed enough for me for my collection. So that's why I buy these sealed resin models. But I guess now we'll have a look at the interior. So obviously it's a full race car. It's all black, but it does have nice detail. It's got a racing steering wheel in there, a single seat, OMP, as you can see by some of the signage on there. There's OMP on the helmet restraint sides. It does have double nets, so there's a net either side of the driver which anchor onto the dashboard. It does have a set of red racing harnesses in there as well. Hopefully you guys can see all that. And the passenger side, well, that's just pretty much empty. There is some wiring looms and some electronic boxes on the floor area, and there's a fire extinguisher bottle at the front of the passenger footwell also. And of course it's got the mandatory roll cage, full roll cage, because it is a race car. So yeah, I think I'm really happy with this Looksmart model of this Ferrari 488 GT3 Bathurst 2017 winner. As I say, I think it's definitely a lot more detailed than the last Looksmart Ferrari race car that I reviewed. They really have improved the paint, the decals, definitely the engine detail. Interior is probably about the same as far as levels of detail, but it's the little things like this. As I mentioned, this is a little cloth tow hook. They could have just stuck a piece of plastic out of there for that. So really nice that they're upping the game and adding these extra little details for collectors. And again, I have to come back to the price of this model. The fact that I only paid 315 Australian dollars for this model, I think it's a real bargain for the amount of model that you get and detail you get for the money. Now it does come on this base. I usually mention that at the start. It's just a timber base, but it has a blue suede finish, and you've got this nameplate on the front. But you can easily access the screws underneath, so you'll be able to easily remove this model to display it or take photos of it. So yeah, overall, look, I'd give this a high. I'd give this an 8 out of 10, this model. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks fantastic. It's going to be a nice addition to my Ferrari collection. And I hope you found this review helpful if you're interested in buying one of these yourself. So that's it for today's review of the Looksmart Ferrari 488 GT3 2017 Bathurst 12-hour winner. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please smash that like button, feel free to share the video also, and don't forget to follow me on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram under the name Rob's Model Cars. And I also sell some models and some model parts on eBay, also under the seller name Rob's Model Cars. So that's it for today's review. I hope you found it interesting and helps you decide if you want to buy this model or not. I try and give nice, open, honest opinions about these models, but I think we're on a winner here with Looksmart. I think they've done a great job, so really, really happy with this model. And yeah, that's it. So stay tuned, plenty more model reviews on the way. We've got some big bangers coming, some really, really high-end models. And yeah, stay tuned for those. So yeah, make sure you don't miss a video. Make sure you click the bell notification and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. So until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.